So allow me to welcome Anushka Contractor, an award-winning interior designer based in Mumbai. And in this conversation, we're going to talk about her work. We're going to get some juicy tips about how she keeps her creative genes right at the top. Welcome to the side session.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, just drop them in the comment section. In the meanwhile, the first thing that I want to talk to you about is your sketches. It's very uncommon for designers to put their sketches on the digital platforms. So how do you start with your conceptual stage? Do you start with sketches, or do you start with mood boards and then you switch to sketches?
So basically, I start with sketches, mood boards, both together. They all work simultaneously for me. So
Right.
again, I will always have a book and a pen, and I will just start scribbling. I will just take some random paper and start sketching.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now, slowly, I started maintaining a book, like a journal, of sketches, and then from there, it turns into a mood board, and then conceptualizing, and then so on. That's how it goes.
Yeah. So there's this quirk in your designs and in your sketches. So how do you keep that, creativity flowing through, and how do you take clients on boards?
So, as you've seen, I like working on elements and color compositions, which you've seen. And do have such moments, where I get stuck in conceptualizing, and then, brain just stops working, all of a sudden. And then, so I engage myself in doing small, brain activities, by looking through inspirational images from the library, and then having brainstorming sessions actually with my team. That is something where naturally ideas keep flowing, whenever we are in that zone. So that is something that keeps going. And now where clients are concerned, so basically clients approach to me for an obvious reason that they look at my work, and and they kind of they are impressed by the project, what I've done. So basically what you see, you like, and then you buy. That's how the whole thing is with me. So the major part is done. So my portfolio is ready, my client has seen it, and they start comparing, they start saying that we like this particular project of yours, so we would like something on those lines. And then comes the interaction, and then wavelengths, and then all in the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. So you use so many shades of wood in your project. So how do you blend these different shades of wood?
Yes, I've used multiple shades of wood in a couple of projects. So it's all
Yeah.
about layering them. So using wood tones that complement and contrast, with each other. I've used, so basically I would use light wood for paneling on walls, and depending on the height and the width of the space, I would decide. And then there would be small furniture pieces, which would probably be 2 shades darker, 3
Yeah.
shades darker than the lighter tone. And then probably I would play with wood shades of various sizes and elements. So I would decide according to that. And then there could be probably like the doors would be in the darkest shades. So that's how I play with all my wood tones.
All right. So what are some wood materials that you absolutely love working with?
Okay, so I like working with hardwood. So I like natural teak. Because it's a sturdy material, it's commonly used, and it's very good for indoor and outdoor spaces. Then I also like oak and ash, like oak wood and ash wood. So because both of them are very durable, tough materials. What I like about ash is that it has these straight grains, and it also has its bending ability. So it's quite good to use for furniture. And I even like oak because it has this nice radial pattern in it. So it's great for flooring. It's great for furniture. And both are highly resistant to humidity and moisture. So, yeah.
So while we're talking about wood, I want to know about the project Be Blunt Salon. I want to know about the ceiling. The entire ceiling has wooden patterns. And what was the idea behind such a bold move, and what were the strategies you adopted to make the whole space complement that bold move?
Okay, so basically, so again, it's all on the space. It's all on the space. what is given. And then the bold move is, you're going very neutral with the floor and the space, and then there's something to do with the ceiling, what you could think of. So the bold rafters is something that we thought that why don't we just continue that all the way from the start till the end, just to bring that warmth in the space. And we had that little height also, so we worked around it. So that's how you can see the continuity all the way.
Yeah. So tell us about your, any particular experience of working on this project.
So it has been a great project. It's again, it's from an existing space to so basically it was more of a garage. So it was a garage, and then from there it turned out to be something else. So then again, the clients, it was quite a challenge to work on it.
All right. Okay. So tell me about apartment number 6. How have you perfectly used minimalism and warmth and blended them together?
Oh, that's a great project. So basically, I can just talk on and on about it. So this is a 3-bedroom apartment which is located in BKC. Yes. Family of 3. Okay. So the clients are amazing. Really good clients. So the brief was to have clean and minimalistic design. They wanted a maintenance-free home, so the color palette played an important role over here. So the husband wanted a blue, and then the wife loved grays. So she wanted grays, lots of grays. And and then to have a combination of, thinking what to do with a few tones. Actually, what happened with this project was that they bought this in 2011, and they thought this space is going to be really big. So we all met at the site, and we saw that this space was quite small, and the wife was so disappointed. She's like, how do I make this place big? Because she's used to bungalows and houses, and all of a sudden, how would this space look grand and big? So we had a lot of brainstorming sessions. We had lots of discussions. There were tiny rooms. The rooms were also small. So there was a lot of challenge over here. So what we did was we had to convert. So there were 3 bedrooms. So one was for the son, and one was a master bedroom, and the 3rd bedroom was an entertainment room, where the entertainment room was connected to the master bedroom, but with a window opening. So basically what the idea was to have some sense of having both rooms connected at least with the window opening. I think you must have seen in the pictures. So that was something which helped. And again, we could not move the bed to the opposite side, which we really wanted to because of Vastu reasons, because that was on the north. So, and then they had a very clear idea. The clients had a clear idea about what they wanted to have in this space. The requirement was quite clear. So what we did was, also they wanted a lot of storage, and they wanted a lot of storage to be hidden. So they wanted clean lines. So clean lines in a sense, they didn't want anything projecting out also. So no handles, nothing, everything to be flushed as possible. So that's how we created hidden storages, hidden closets, and we were lucky to get these niche spaces as well. And also there was this bathroom, the master bathroom, which is actually a 10 by 10 bathroom. We pushed, yes, so there was an impractical space which was given by the builder, which was ideally for a wardrobe, but what we did is we just broke open the space, and then we took all the entire wardrobe inside the bathroom. So basically the room has nothing, it's just the bed. And then came and then there was this corridor. So I think you must have seen the minimal corridor, which is just grey all the way. So basically they didn't want to show. That was basically our idea, to say that if you like everything flushed and clean, then you don't really need to have additional doors, just panel them up. So it's like a clean, straight corridor for you. And there's one feature which they kept on telling me during the process. They didn't tell me in the beginning, but they told me in the end that they wanted one art or a huge frame of two black stallions. So, which is opposite to their bed. So their idea was that whenever they wake up in the morning, they should see the two stallions, black stallions. So the process over there, they asked me, like, how do we do this? I said, let's hire, just an upcoming artist or, some student, someone, let them do it live, let them have one personalized feel to it. So then I with somebody through JJ and then called somebody, and then she used to come for one hour, and she finished the whole process in like 1 week. So that was something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about your theory. What is the theory behind using connecting indoors and outdoors together? How would you suggest bringing natural elements inside?
So when you connect these two spaces, first of all, it gives you a sense of a large space, like visually whenever you see when you try connecting two spaces. So if we consider both spaces as one, we can design accordingly, and then inevitably, you feel very connected, you look more connected to it. So you can use the same flooring which you can blend. So basically the same flooring can continue, and the same theory can go even for the ceiling. So whatever, suppose you're doing a wooden ceiling on top, it can even continue all the way out depending on the material that you're using.
Yeah.
Then the lighting scheme, so how we do layering inside indoors. So we have a hanging lamp, we have something to do with spotlights, we have an indirect lighting. So that can be even taken to the outside as well. So we can create layers over there as well. And then of course plants. Plants is something that can add more definition.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a few questions from the audience. The first one being on plants. Any tips for using plants in interiors and living spaces that you would like to suggest?
So of course there are lots of plants. There's so many options. So basically I've used plants only in one project of mine. That is when the client said, because my projects, what happens is they don't want to maintain plants. So, but I would really plants. So then you have to go to the nursery and you have to see that there are new plants coming in, especially the ones which are, if you're using something which is indoor, they have to be close to the window. So you have to be very particular of what you're using, what kind of plants you're using. So there's an area of big, small, whatever you want. And also there are like nice planters also available. So so this is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. The next question being, how do you use lights to create the right look and feel? What is what is the hack to use lights to create warmth and then create a proper mood in a space?
So basically what I do is I don't go into audio visual, like the automation part. I basically play with something which is more practical. So if I want an indirect light, that is one set of mode, and then of course you have something like dimming options. Then you have accent lights. So I like playing with a lot of hangings and flow lights. So that is something which is very interesting. And spotlights is something which I like to wash on the walls. So again, those act as just mood lights. So something, if you really want like a focus, that is something which I would do. Spotlights and just a nice hanging fixture or floor fixture, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about your journey as a budding interior designer when you were new to the industry.
Okay, so basically I come from a family of architects and interior designers. I knew I wanted to pursue interior design, so I have to share something with you today. So I started my professional career in 2008 with Sameep Padora and Associates, exactly 12 years ago on this date, that is 4th of August.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been quite a while. And then I remembered working on my first project, which was a hospitality project. Initially, I was working on hospitality projects, and I was so raw. In spite of me coming from an interior design background, I was so raw. um, I just didn't know what was happening. I had to learn literally from scratch. And then I also worked with my father for a few months. And then in 2012, I started my own practice. And that only happened when a family friend gave me an opportunity to start a new, to design their new apartment, where I was a little nervous at first, but it all turned out well.
Wow, super awesome. That was a very honest answer. All right.
Absolutely.
Anything that you would like to share with the audience on, the things that you wish you knew when you started?
um, so basically, I was really hungry that time to learn a lot. Okay, so I had that drive in me. So I used to do a lot of research. Like I would even ask the most stupidest questions to my seniors, and they would really get irritated with me. But it's okay. I mean, I was the youngest. To be honest, I was even the youngest in my first job. So I was actually treated like a kid.
Yep.
And then I would ask that question, but I used to get my information out, so it doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter. So then I had that drive in me. I used to ask, I used to have conversations, I used to even do my own research, and I still used to practice sketching. That is something which didn't go, but in the middle I don't know what happened. I lost my track, and again I thought, why not I get everything back, because you need to keep going with what you've left. I mean, if you're good in sketching, you just go on with it. If you like doing a lot of collage or some kind of illustration, just go on with it, because that is something that will keep you engaged in going on and
Right.
on.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Anushka, for such a honest opinion and so many amazing insights. I hope everybody enjoyed the session as much as I did. This was a total power packed conversation. Thank you, Anushka, and thank you everybody for joining us here in this session. I hope you all are having a great evening. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Anushka, for joining us here. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.